Hi guys, welcome to the 11th episode in our playthrough as Egypt series. If you remember last episode, we took out quite a bit of land from Thrace, meaning this land, and so what are we doing this episode? It did take, you can see it's 526, we no longer have a truce with Macedon, meaning that this episode we are going to completely take out Macedon and maybe take a bit more of Thrace. But we really don't need it, and we did fabricate a claim, or never mind, we didn't. This form we did, but must have forgotten. So we will get to our armies, because you can see we do need 41,000 men, so we'll let that start regenerating now. And we will have this army, if I could select him, head down here. So we are going to get our navy and get some of these armies all the way over to down here, so we can push through Macedon, so they just don't just take all this land while I push through this way. Because we will be stopped by this fort, and as well as Pella, right there. So, as always, we want to go with Alexander the Great because he obviously is going to give us that morale, which is great for when we're at war. And so we're going to take both this army and this army all the way back to our territory, and we'll have these guys head all the way over here, as well as these guys probably as well, because we will be delayed with that fort, as I just said. So we will want to do that. Get these guys to get through, or looks like they're fine with like that. So we'll load up this ship or fleet that is gradually increasing in size. We now do have a fleet of 84, which is not too bad, but compared to some of a lot of other nations, you can see Macedon has a fleet of 62, and well, that's me now. And they have a fleet of 67, so we're not going to be able to really use our fleet too much during the war. Not that we'll need to, because once we take these two forts, we'll have easy access between our lands. And so we might also actually leave one of these armies here, because we do need someone to make sure Thrace, because they do have actually still a decent sized army, though they are at literally 0 manpower, and as well as just about out of all money. So we'll actually leave the majority of this army here. You see, we'll leave 26,000 men, and then if we need more, we can always bring more up with that fleet, because we do need some men for over there. We actually might add one more army to the defend against Thrace mass. That'll just be right up there. They're mostly just gonna be defending, and maybe we'll just take some land up there as well, just to get the war score up. We can load these troops onto our ship, and then we'll have a short ferry back to over there. So what we're going for mostly in this war is, if you look at the decisions, reuniting Alexander's empire. We are just about halfway there, or where is it? This one. See, halfway there, all those Czechs are cities we do own. You can see that to reunite, we do need Pella right here, and taking Thrace was not really necessary, was necessary, but not towards this crest, because we did need this land so we can conquer Macedon, and then we can kind of launch a war with Phrygia to get this land, as well as push through to get this land, and that's going to help with that, so we don't have to just use our fleet compared to Phrygia's much larger fleet. So we're going to embark these troops right here. We'll send them all off, and we'll send some of them to there's quite a few armies there, and then we'll dock this navy. Actually, we'll dock them right in the middle here, so if we need so we can transport troops as needed, so we're not just on one side. So we'll have this army, or you'll have this army head all the way up here, because they're probably going to have an army over here. And then the rest of these guys, 31,000 of them, are going to march straight for Pella, and some of them are just going to go over here. So Pella is still a level 1 fort. See if I can select it. It's, yep, a level 1 fort. And so Macedon's economy is gradually on it, but they're both completely out of manpower. Select Thrace. Completely out of manpower, so every single troop that we defeat is going to be essentially permanently defeated, because they have absolutely no manpower. So that claim is still fabricating, and we'll come back once that claim has been fabricated. Actually, a second or two later, we do now have a claim on Macedon, and they no longer are allied with Rome. Considering Rome is doing really well this game, like taking a ton of land, and kind of weird thing is their name is now circular. I don't know how good you have to be to get your name to be like that, but I'm pretty sure it's a bug in the game because it's meant to be slanted, but since their land's over here, it's trying to go like this, but it's a short name, so it doesn't really work. You see, like, Egypt is doing it here. Phrygia is they like kind of slant the names a bit, and it's kind of bugged out. See, Rome is just about a circle, so we'll let those troops get into position, as well as there's no one down here anymore, and we do need some troops down there. We can probably, because these guys are missing some troops. Ideally, we can just have this army head down and capture that fort, because we do want to capture those forts, and that will decrease from the time it take to do this war. So we'll unpause to let those troops get into position. You can see that the head of the Malgard family is currently disloyal, although he is on the older side. So we'll let that be because he's not currently powerful enough to start a civil war, although if another person joins, potentially could. But if it does, then we can deal with it then. So manpower is going up. Our armies are fully regenerated to our full 101 cohorts. See, Macedon's only at 28. And we can go and declare war. You can see Oros is always just going to join them. And our allies, the kind of the island nations over here, as well as these guys, I don't even know. Well, I don't think they even bother coming all the way up. Do they even have military access? Yep, they have military access. So we'll declare war, hit OK, no repercussions. And now we are at war. So we'll send this army up here to take out that. And we will send the majority of this army to conquer Pella, as well as this one, maybe to head up to that fort. Or potentially defend them, because there's a Macedon army. And they are kind of, or they're not kind of, they are trapped, it looks like it's going to say. If I could, I was trying to pause. They do have a, nope, their commander isn't that much better. So we should be able to win. I don't know why it said there was a yellow kind of sword symbol there. But we managed to win that. Which is good for us. And we can have this army go take that. And these guys can be on independent operations. Although they might just head back down, so we will have, we'll let them do that. If they encounter a big army, we can deal with it then. So, this army can go. There's currently no more fort. There used to be a fort up there. So these guys can be in independent operations, and they will regenerate pretty quickly. But Macedon will not regenerate pretty much at all. You can see 2,000 are estimated to arrive that month, so that's actually pretty quick. But it really depends. You can see the army is currently still retreating all the way back into where we are. I believe coasts are our allies. Yep, coasts are our allies. So we do some trade. Just gonna go and look down here to see if they're sending up. They're sending an army up. They are very, very good subject states. Didn't actually expect they would do that. And there is Thrace. And all of its small army glory. We'll just send both of these guys over to take them out. It looks like one of them's gonna... We already took out Pella, which is pretty quickly. See, they really should have upgraded that to a higher level fort, considering we took it about 6 or 7 times. I'm probably not 6 or 7, that's far exaggeration. 3, maybe it was 4, I don't even remember how many wars we had with them. We'll put them on that, and they're just gonna kind of go back, but we'll let them do what they want. See, our war score is currently very high. Put these guys in independent operations, because we have not quite taken the war goal, which is probably somewhere over here. We'll actually tail this army to go and take out these guys, because they're on only half morale. That army will almost take them out, not quite. Looks like they barely managed to get defeated before we got there, which is annoying. But we managed to take out a lot of their troops, and we could just put this army back in independent operations. Looks like peace and force. That was somewhere over here. Somewhere. It's not too much of our concern. Although the Seleucid Empire is getting pretty large. And so we won this siege, and that should almost be the war goal. We just need to have those lands automatically capture. you can see that it was not the war goal. So we'll actually try and find it, so I can see which one it is. Nope, it is this one. We just have not taken it. Or we just need to take this restless land right here. That's probably it, and as well as that little island thing there. So let's take those, and that you'll see a massive upsurge in our war score. Once we probably take that one. So we'll let that slowly siege, and 18 for just a 1, not even a city, just a little tile. And that's because now we do control the war goal. And so you can see Macedon has an army over there. Put these guys all in independent operations. Ideally, some of them will go and take this land. I'll take control of this army so they can take out that army, because we do want to take them out so they don't just undo our work. They are on super low morale, so a really small army could probably take them out. They are moving pretty quickly, though. They do have some war elephants with them, so it's kind of surprising that they are moving that quickly. But they're just going to go and try and take some land, and then they're going to decide not to and kind of walk right into our trap. So we'll charge them, and then, yeah, they're done. These guys can go back in independent operations. And we might even be able to sue for peace here, taking, ideally, all of Macedon. Not quite. We still need 12 more, and you can see that months of war is really that reason there. So we'll just let that months of war finish, and this army is really dumb and decided to stop to take some of that farmland, and then they're gonna just get defeated again. Looks like their manpower, they are still regenerating at a good rate, so per month. See that somewhere over there we took out that entire army. That should give us the war score. Nope. We'll just need to wait a couple months. And Thrace, one of their armies have slipped through, and these guys are doing an absolutely terrible job. And if that lowers my war score, those generals are going to be fired. Okay, war score is now high enough. And we will not want to do that one. Europe, I believe. Nope, it is. Let's make that go away. See that we do have +3. We could take that right there. We really have no need to. We'll just take that one little thing. So we don't. The reason I explained last episode, but if you went there, the reason we're not taking this is so we don't get declared war by these other nations, because we really have no need to expand up that way. We're really just looking to go this way and complete Alexander's empire, and we don't really evoke the wrath of these nations. And if Thrace becomes a problem, then we can just take them out in war again. They're not going to be doing so well. Their army's been decreased, or no manpower. And that's the only reason their economy is still up, because they haven't regenerated their army. Once they do, they'll be very far under. So you can see we just conquered Macedon and did get, if I can find a decisions tab, we did capture Pallas. So that's about it for this episode. I know it's pretty short. In the next episode, we will probably declare war on Phrygia, or maybe improve our economy a bit, but most likely war on Phrygia. So thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.